So see, yesterday we were talking about the sharing bridge. So what is sharing bridge? कोई reply करेगा क्या? Yes, anybody? Write on the chat. What is the use of sharing bridge? Write on the chat.
It is used to measure unknown capacitance.
Yes, very good. It is used to measure the unknown capacitance. It means the unknown capacitance can be connected in one arm of the bridge. So here you can see the CX, this capacitor is connected in this arm. Rx is the internal resistance of this capacitor. So this capacitor is connected here, and other arms like C2, R3, R4, C4. So all these values are known to us. But in the sharing bridge, there is an arrangement of resistance and capacitor. Like in this arm here, the parallel combination is connected. Here, capacitor and resistance are connected. You cannot change this formation. We have to keep this formation, and in one arm, in any one arm, this unknown capacitor can be connected. So this is the circuit diagram of the sharing bridge. So it is used for the measurement of capacitance. Yesterday we have already seen about the this capacitor, the impedance of this capacitor. The impedance of this arm is denoted by Zx or Z1. The impedance of this arm is denoted by Z3. The impedance of this arm is denoted by Z2. And the impedance of this arm, the parallel combination, is denoted by Z4. So you have already seen in last lecture, we have calculated the value of Zx, that is this. The Zx is equal to how much? Rx minus Jxcx. So this Jxcx can be written as 1 by J omega Cx. So I wrote Rx, J क्योंकि denominator में है, now तो this minus will become plus. So this is equal to 1 upon J omega Cx, since the value of this Xc is equal to 1 by omega C. So Cx is equal to this much. हमने यहाँ पे LCM ले लिया. So taking the LCM, so you get this value. Is it okay to all of you? I think this is clear to all of you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Priyanka, right? It is used for the measurement of unknown capacitance. Nisha, right? Now moving on. This is the impedance of the unknown arm. Next is the impedance of the impedance of this third arm is R3. Impedance of this is how much? It is equal to how much? Z2 is equal to? Yes.
Minus Jxc.
Minus Jxc2.
1 by
yes.
omega C4.
1 by omega C2, since C2 capacitor is connected here. 1 by omega C2. Yes, right. Next is, this is the parallel combination. Yesterday we have seen this parallel combination. See this one. This parallel combination I wrote here Z4. So this is in parallel. So R4 multiply by 1 by J omega C4. That is the reactance of this capacitor divided by R4 plus 1 by J omega C4. If I'm taking the LCM in the denominator, then this J omega C4 is cut down. So the value is R4 upon 1 plus J omega R4 C4. This is equal to Z4. Is it okay? सबको मिल गया था ये? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
now apply balance condition. All of you do. Apply balance condition to calculate the value of Cx and Rx. That is unknown capacitor and unknown internal resistance of the capacitor. So, I'm taking this diagram here so that it should be clear to us. Sharing bridge I am taking. So Zx multiplied by Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. Now put the value of Zx. The value of Zx is equal to 1 plus J omega Rx Cx upon J omega Cx. The value of R4 is equal to, कितना आया था? This is the R4 value. Yeah. So this is Z4 value, R4 upon 1 plus J omega R4 C4. So this is equal to how much? Z2 multiplied by Z3. Z2 value of Z2 is how much? Z2 is 1 by J omega C2 multiplied by R3, the value of Z3. Now see, this term is in denominator, this term is also in denominator. So I can cut this term. So I'm writing here 1 plus j omega rx cx multiplied by r4 upon 1 plus j omega r4 c4 equal to r3 upon c2. Now take this denominator term towards right hand side. So this is equal to 1 upon 1 plus j omega rx cx multiplied by r4 equal to r3 upon c2 multiplied by 1 plus j omega r4 c4. So solve this and equate real and imaginary part.
मैम CX कहाँ गया उसका?
What? आवाज किसकी आ रही? तन्मय क्यों कर रही? CX is
मैम
what?
मैम फर्स्ट वाले में मैम जो अपन ने J ओमेगा काटा है मैम उसका CX
J omega is cut down, C2 is written here, na? So I wrote here C2. CX थोड़ी ना यहाँ पे. अच्छा, of this one. अच्छा, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
This is left, yeah. So write CX also here. Yeah, right. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now solve this divided by CX. Solve it. So I'm solving this one. So I'm taking CX also here, है ना? So this is 1j omega rx cx into r4 equal to r3 cx upon c2. c2 को भी इधर ले लो चाहो तो आप. Take c2 here. I'm taking c2 to this side. 1 plus j omega r4 c4. So solve this r4 c2 plus j omega rx cx r4 c2 equal to r3 cx plus इधर लिख रही हूँ j omega r4 c4 r3 cx. Now equate real and imaginary parts. So this is the real part. I'm writing here R4 C2 equal to R3 CX. So this is implying that CX is equal to R4 upon R3 into C2. So this is the unknown capacitance value, and you can see the value is in very simplified form. The expression for the unknown capacitance is in simplified form. Now calculate Rx, equate imaginary part. I'm equating imaginary part omega Rx Cx R4 C2 is equal to omega R4 C4 R3 Cx. कुछ छूटा तो नहीं? R4 omega.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So Rx is equal to how much? C4 upon C2 multiplied by R3. Now you can see this is also a very simple expression for the calculation of resistance, internal resistance of the capacitor. So this is also available in very simple expression form, simple expression. So this is the advantage of the sharing bridge. The unknown capacitance and resistance can be measured with very easy expression. Now this much about the sharing bridge. Here this sharing bridge is used for the measurement of capacitor for any type of value, for any type of quality factor. Here it is available. ये complete हो गया, सबने note down कर लिया? Let us proceed.
Yes,
Yes or no? Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now I'm using, okay, Sumit ka yes aa gaya, yes, okay. So now the sharing bridge is actually used for all type of capacitors, whether it is pure or impure. So we can do the calculation with the help of the sharing bridge. So now next bridge is Wein's bridge. In the Wein's bridge, all the values are known. Actually, this is used for the measurement of frequency. The Wein's bridge is used for the measurement of frequency. Now, this is the use. Next is the circuit diagram. The circuit diagram of the Wein's bridge is, I'm drawing here. This is C1, R1. Here, all the values are known to us, like R1, R2, R3, C3. All the values are known to us. Here, our parallel combination is connected. Capacitor C3 is connected here. Resistance R3 is variable and R1 is also variable. A parallel combination is connected here. And then R4. This is R4. In between these two arms, detector is connected, or you can say galvanometer is connected here. And between these two arms, the AC signal is connected. A particular AC sine wave is given here. This must be R2. This is R2. Have you drawn all of you? Let's remove.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us be moving. So you know the method how to solve. So what can I write here? What is the impedance of this arm denoted by how much? Yeah, reply. The
Z1.
impedance-
Z1.
Z1. Yes, the impedance of this arm, let it be Z1. The impedance of this arm denoted by how much? What?
Z2.
Z2.
Z2. Nice. Impedance of this arm?
Z3.
Z3.
Z3. Very good, Pinky. And Samarth. And the impedance of this arm?
Z4.
Z4.
Only 2 students are replying. What about others? This is my request to
No,
all of
ma'am,
you to
I am
reply.
also responding.
Yeah, Priyanka is also responding. Yeah. So
Ma'am, Nisha is also
this,
responding.
okay. So these are known names. Please, all दूसरे student भी respond करो. Now see, this is the Z1 is the Z1 is the impedance of arm, this arm. Z2 is the impedance of second arm. Z3 is the impedance of third arm. Z4 is the impedance of the fourth arm. So here in the Wein's bridge, all these values are known to us. C1, R1, R2, R3, C3, R4. So with the help of these known values, it is possible to calculate the frequency. So now we have to apply the balance condition for this Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. So for this purpose, Z1 की value क्या है? What is the value of Z1?
R1 minus J
Pranjal?
XC1.
हाँ, Pranjal, you tell me. Pranjal,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. What is the value of C1, Z1?
Ma'am, Z1 की R1 minus JC1.
JXC1, है ना? This is the reactance
Yes,
of the capacitor, right? So I can write R1 plus XC1 upon J. I'm taking this J in the denominator. So this
Yes, ma'am.
minus becomes plus. Now we know the value of XC1. This is equal to how much? Omega
Ma'am,
C1.
1 upon omega C.
1 upon omega C1. Yes, right. 1 upon omega C1. So Z1 is equal to R1 plus 1 upon J is as it is. Put the value of XC1 here. So omega C1. Now this is the value of Z1. So Z1 is equal to Take the LCM here, j omega R1 C1 plus 1 upon j omega C1. हाँ, Sumit, right. R1 minus JXC1. You are right.
मैम
Yeah.
मैम शुभम क्लास में आने के लिए पूछ रहा है मैम.
No, yesterday he was playing some music, so I am not allowing him. है ना? So
Ma'am,
he is
tell him to-
removed.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
he is
Okay, ma'am,
removed from today's class. No, I am not giving entry to him. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now this is the Z1. Have you done all of you?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm moving on. हाँ. Now next
Yes,
is
ma'am.
Z2. हाँ, तो Z2 लिख लेते हैं अब हम. Z2 is equal to how much? R2. Yes.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
Z4 is R4.
Yes, ma'am.
Now calculate the parallel combination for Z3. This is the Z3. So capacitor C3 and resistance R3 are in parallel. So I'm writing here. This parallel combination I'm taking here. These are two in parallel. So Z3 is equal to R3 multiplied by 1 by J omega C3. Okay, divided by R3 plus 1 upon J omega C3. As we know, the value of XC3 is equal to 1 upon omega C3. So now take the LCM here and solve this. J omega R3 C3 plus 1 upon J omega C3. So this is cut down. It is equal to R3 upon 1 plus J omega R3 C3. This is the value of the Z3. Now apply balance condition. Do all of you? Now I put all the values of Z1, Z4, Z2 and Z3. Now can we solve this? So take this denominator term here and take this denominator term here. So I'm taking these two terms here. So I'm writing here 1 plus J omega R1 C1 multiplying with 1 plus J omega R3 C3 into R4 equal to R2 R3 into J omega C1. So to solve this term, first I'm multiplying this R4 to hold this equation J omega R1 C1 R4 into R4 plus J omega R3 C3 R4. This is equal to how much? J omega R2 R3 C1. Now expand this term. So R4 square plus J omega R3 C3 R4 square plus J omega R1 C1 R4 square plus J square is minus, so here minus will come. Omega square R1 C1 R3 C3 R4 is also present here. R4 square. This is now R4 square. This is equal to how much? J omega R2 R3 C1. Is it okay? कुछ मिस तो नहीं हो रहा? हाँ सुमित, राइट, Z3 इज राइट. कोई टर्म मिस तो नहीं हो गई? Now equate real and imaginary parts. Equate real and imaginary parts. So I'm equating here. This is the real part. This is also the real part. And right hand side पे कोई भी real part नहीं है. So R4 square minus omega square R1 C1 R3 C3 R4 square equal to 0. देखो ये term ली मैंने and this one term I have taken, and on the right hand side there is no real part. So this is equal to 0. Take R4 as common here. R4 square, take R4 square as common. So ये यहाँ जाएगा तो 0 हो जाएगा. So this is equal to 1 minus omega square R1 C1 R3 C3. This is equal to 0. So 1 equal to omega square R1 C1 R3 C3. So the omega square is equal to how much? 1 upon R1 C1 R3 C3. So omega is equal to how much? Under root of this value, 1 upon R1 C1 R3 C3. So this is the value of the frequency or the angular frequency. So you can write here 2 pi f, omega equal to 2 pi f. So I can take the frequency 1 by 2 pi under root of 1 upon R1 C1 R3 C3. So this is the frequency of the input signal. So if we know all the values of R1, C1, R3, C3 in this Wayne's bridge, so we will be able to calculate the frequency of this input. यहाँ पे जो भी हमने input connect किया है, तो its frequency can be calculated with the help of this expression. If we know the value of R1, C1, R3, C3, and obviously in the starting we have already seen that all these values are known to us. So this is the frequency which is given by the Wayne's bridge. Now it is not required to put imaginary parts, since by equating the real part we got the frequency expression. So this completes Wayne's bridge. This Wayne's bridge. This is used for the measurement of inductance. Unknown inductance. Now I'm drawing the circuit diagram and you people do the calculation for this. L1, R1 is the internal resistance of this inductor, let it be Lx, and this is Rx. These are the unknown resistance and unknown inductor. So sometimes this is drawing separately. लेकिन हम ऐसा भी draw कर सकते हैं. Like here I am writing Lx, Rx. This is also correct. It means this Rx is the internal resistance of this inductor. So I am drawing like this now. This is R3. This is R2. Capacitor is also variable here. Capacitor C2 is taken here. Next is capacitor C4. Detector is connected between these two arms, and AC signal is given between these two arms. So this is the setup of the Wayne bridge. So by varying the value of R2 and C2, the balance condition can be achieved. So apply the balance condition. How much it is? For this purpose, I have to write the impedances. The impedance of this arm, let it be Z3. The impedance of this arm, let it be ZX. The impedance of this arm, let it be Z2. The impedance of this arm, let it be Z4. So I'm writing the value of ZX. ZX equal to RX plus JX of LX. Now this is equal to XL. The value of XL is omega L. So I'm writing here omega LX. XL equal to omega L. Since here the inductor value is taken Lx, so I'm writing here omega Lx. Within 10 minutes, this meeting will be closed. Yeah. Now this is Zx. Zx equal to Rx plus J omega Lx. Value of Z2 is how much? Anybody? What should I write?
R2
Anisha, yes.
plus minus JXC2.
Yes. Equal to how much?
R2
Hmm.
plus 1 by J omega
Yeah.
C2.
Yes. Nice.
C2.
So Z2 equal to, take the LCM here, J omega C2. So this becomes J omega R2 C2 plus 1. Now this is the value of Z2. Let it be equation number 1. Let it be equation number 2. Now next is Z3 is equal to R3. And what is the value of Z4? Tell me.
minus
Anybody?
JX
Minus JXC3. Yes, right. XC4. Yes,
XC4
right, Pinky. It is equal to how much?
1 upon J omega C4.
Yes, right. So this is the equation number 3. This is equation number 4. Now apply the balance condition. And calculate the value of Lx and Rx. Applying value of balance condition here, you can see Zx multiplied by Z4 equal to Z2 into Z3. So I'm writing here Zx multiplied by Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. Is it okay? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, nice.
Yes.
Put the value Rx plus J omega Lx into 1 upon J omega C4. Z2 is equal to J omega R2 C2 plus 1 upon J omega C2. This is going to multiply with R3. So what can I do here? J omega and J omega are cancelled. And take C4 here and C2 here. So I'm writing now Rx plus J omega Lx C2 here. And C4, I'm taking C4 here, writing I3, R3, 1 plus J omega R2 C2. Expand this term. Now equate real and imaginary parts. Equating it, this is the real part. So I'm writing here Rx C2 equal to C4 R3. So Rx equal to C4 upon C2 multiplied by R3. So this is also a very easy expression to calculate this internal resistance. Now equate real part, imaginary parts. R2, C2, C4, R3. Omega, omega cancel out. So Lx is equal to R. C2 is also cancelled. R2, R3, C4. So this is the value of the unknown inductor. So with the help of Owens bridge, this is very easy to calculate the known inductor and internal resistance. You can see the expressions are so easy. So this completes Owens bridge.